From the gun, the running back has it. And the ball's on the ground. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Bears want to crank the tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
They're going to ride this running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Washington. Hold down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Inside the touchdown, Utes. And they turn it into a defensive score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Bear offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Robertson. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Using his legs, it's Washington. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's got it again. And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle. It's Prentice. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The Bears are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Looking to scramble. Finds a little space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
Got his man downfield. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Bears headed quickly to the line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
And he'll race it to the house.
drive and nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Sparty has picked itself up off the canvas before, and this group is capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Using his legs, it's Parker. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Dampier. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Utes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And it's on the ground. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And after finishing off one drive with a field goal, they'll try it again, this time a 47-yard try. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. It's working. Why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Parker. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
keep this drive going, they'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Ready to go back on the attack. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Bringing the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Parker. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
You gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as his offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Bears decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. quarterback searching for a hole.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding that ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
And the Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking for a crease, it's Parker. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. And the Bears are back up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
The Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Hand off from the shotgun. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Dumps it off in the flats. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the right. Makes the catch. Converts on 4th down and still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They go to the ground. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. The Bears moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Smashes it between the uprights. They push the lead to 4 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Iowa. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Looking deep. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Got his man quickly. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. What a tough break, a potential tying score nullified by the penalty, and now they'll have to see if they can get it done again. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Big guy smells it. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. He wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
To the air, it's Robertson. Flushed out of the pocket. The throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wilson. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
And the Bears really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
That's reeled in. It's Wilson. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
The Bears have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw the football.
To the ground, he's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quickly to the tight end. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll go to the ground. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the back. Creates a little room. Brings into the open. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that blitz. And the Bears started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Power football with the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Robertson. Fires to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
Yeah, and David, it's just a situation right now defensively. I think you just got to take more chances, right? You may have to blitz. You may have to sell out. You might risk giving up a big play, but it's just so critical at this juncture of the game that you're able to retake possession to give yourself a chance to win.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Power ahead. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
up like that.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Baylor.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll push this lead out to a touchdown at 27-20.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Dampier. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Davis. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bentley. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something